Hello everyone, VaaaaaPanda here. Today we're doing things a bit different. For one, I recorded the gameplay without my voice, so we're going to record over the video. I wanted to do something like this since Akira Toriyama's passing, but I didn't really know how. But recently, life has been really sad and it's been hard to play games, so I just want to talk about something I like. I'm going to talk about how I started watching Dragon Ball, my favorite characters, my favorite fights, video games, and hope for the future. Well, my avatar probably already guessed that I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Yes I am. Anyone who plays Xenoverse or Xenoverse 2 know exactly where my outfit is from. Mira. The mask is based on, spoiler alert, Bardock's mask. My earliest memory of watching any kind of cartoon or anime is watching Dragon Ball Z with my oldest brother. I remember coming home from school and my brother was watching an episode from the Android Saga. I don't remember the exact episode though. I like to say it was Goku vs Android 19 or something, but I'm not sure. But my oldest brother would buy or rent VHS with all the Funimation dub. Besides watching on TV, of course. So we'll start off with my favorite characters. Goku. Obvious, so obvious, yes. Goku was always either my favorite or second behind. Overall, he's always been my favorite. He's good-hearted, he trains to better himself. He's got that goofy personality, but he can be serious. He just seems so free and happy of himself. Something I wish I could be too. I know he get that horrible dad jokes, you know, there's a meme on the internet, whatever. In my opinion, he's a good father. I don't care what the haters think. The hate is overdone. Overall, he's just someone I want to be like, someone who we should all strive to be more like. Now, a character who once overtook the first place for me was Goku Black. Technically, he's Zamasu. Spoiler, but too late. Anyway, he's such a menace. He's charismatic. The way Masako Nozawa's manner of speech changes for him just makes him feel so sinister and manipulative. The way he took Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue's punch and base in their first fight together and started laughing, honestly, well, I guess it's more like chuckling. Yeah, honestly, he was the star of that saga. The two other characters who are always in my top 4 are Cooler and Beerus. I mean, come on, one is Cooler and one is him. Anyway, other characters that has been in my top 20s, well, 10s or 20s are Piccolo, got Krillin, Master Roshi, Tenshinhan, Vegeta, Tapion, Future Gohan, Bardock, Gohan, Cell, Hit, Toa's Bay, Frieza, Bulma, 18, and Jiren. And those guys tend to like switch around a lot, so if I were to talk about each of them, this video would take forever. On to my favorite fights. There's so many good fights in the series, man, and that everyone will probably have a completely different favorites. And if I was to talk about all my favorite fights, this video would take forever. So I'm going to pick one of each series. One for each series, my bad. In the original Dragon Ball, Goku vs Tenshinhan. In the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. I just, when it comes to fight, I like, as much as I like the big explosion and stuff, I like a good technical fight. And this was one of them. The techniques, the style they were fighting. At that point, Tien was a legit rival to Goku. And they just kept each other on the toes. And even with the ending to the fight, honestly, I really like this fight. This was Tenshinhan at his peak. But honestly, I love a lot of the fights in the OG Dragon Ball. There's so many of them. And now, Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna cheat a little. This is cheating because they're actually all a bunch of different fights, but I put them all together because it's like one big fight. So it's Goku / Vegeta / Majin Buu / Mr. Satan versus Kid Buu. Now there's a lot of other ones that's really good. Like I really like Cell versus Goku. They're so even. Cell wasn't using all his powers, so they was just so even. The fight was really nice. But this one, I really like this one because it really felt like the ending. It was like the ultimate boss fight. It was intense and like Super Saiyan 3 vs Kid Buu was destructive as heck. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 is just a badass. Even though he always loses, he's just a badass. And Vegeta admitting Goku is #1, but he ain't just gonna go down either. And he was taking all those hit and base from Kibu, so that deserves respect. And you gotta at least respect that. Mr. Saiyan finally snapped out of it and finally realized, oh, this is some kind of trick. And eventually he helped people from Earth get the key, well, the energy to the Spirit Bomb. He's like the MVP. Majin Buu, the good Buu, was just there to be a punching bag. So, in GT, I gotta go with Goku versus Sen Shenron. Baby Saga is the best saga in GT. When it comes to the fight, I think I like this fight with Sen Shenron the most. Who eventually he became Omega Shenron. The whole time the fight was with the Shenron, they were kind of Shenrons. They were kind of boring for the most part. Nova Shenron and Ice Shenron were okay. Ice Shenron was but you know, it got good when Sen Shenron showed up. They were actually fighting. Remember, Goku got blinded, but he was still kicking Sen Shenron's ass, and he pretty much forced Sen Shenron to like absorb the Dragon Ball and became Omega. And I don't know why people forgot this, but if it wasn't for Omega Shenron's regeneration ability that he got from one of the Shenron, I don't know which one, I remember. If it wasn't for that, Goku actually would have beaten him. I think Goku went full power Super Saiyan 4 and did the Dragon Fist. It was either before he did this full power Super Saiyan 4 or after full power Super Saiyan 4, but I don't really remember. Omega Shenron was a versatile enemy. He was really strong. He's like Kibu on steroid, pretty much. And I feel like the video games never really got him down properly, especially the newer games. And Super, I wanted to cheat like before and add a bunch of fight together, but I decided not to. So Goku versus Jiren. I wanted to add the other fights too, you know, Goku and Vegeta versus Jiren, Universe 7 versus Jiren, Goku versus Jiren, and then the final Goku and 17 and Frieza versus Jiren. I'm just gonna choose one. Goku versus Jiren. It was epic. The fight was so good. It was peak Super, and that's not saying a lot because Super for the most part wasn't that good, but the Universal Survival Saga made up for it. Because just when we thought Goku, his UI, he was like at that point he was used to Ultra Instinct. At that point, he's pretty much at his strongest. But that Jiren no sells him again. Goku did the whole Kamehameha thing where he did the Kefla, and then Jiren just like, nah man, get that out of here. Did this the Galaxy Key, whatever thing you want to call it thing. It was awesome, and it made Jiren decide to use his full power, which by the way, up to that point, whenever they said Jiren was using his full power, it's always someone else saying it. But at this point, Jiren was pretty much saying that he's gonna use his full power. All of that didn't really matter because Goku ended up like no selling him with his Master Ultra Instinct, Complete Ultra Instinct completed, or Autonomous Ultra Instinct in the dub.
Bruh.
But yeah, he whipped Jiren and forced Jiren to power up again due to his traumatized past. I believe he's officially named Super Full Power Jiren. But this Jiren was able to overpower and match speed with Goku for the most part, like temporarily. And then he pissed off Goku by going after the Universe 7 fighters on the stand. But all in all, it's just an epic fight. I'm not gonna say everything about it. I'm not gonna tell you the ending. You all seen it. And more recently, in Daima, Adult Goku versus Goma. Now there's a lot of fight to choose from. I guess it's just technically 4 or 5, but like there's a lot of fight in my opinion. For like a 20 episode series. But there were a lot of good fights. Daima was just beautifully animated and the fights were really good. The fights felt more DBZ-like than for most of the fights in Super. And it was hard to choose because Vegeta got like 2 great shows in the series as well. And I just feel I had to mention it here because the one he fought Tamagami 2, and then the one against Goma as an adult. Hold on. Let's be honest. Both Vegeta and Goku beat Goma multiple times. Goku as a kid multiple times, and then as an adult, Vegeta, I don't remember. No, as a kid, he just got knocked down, then he just never got up. But as an adult, he pretty much won multiple times. Like, come on. Unlike Buu, whose defense is like, he will get blown up, and then he'll just regenerate, but he's still stronger than them. But Goma is not like that. Goma is not stronger. Goma got his ass whipped multiple times, and if it wasn't for the third eye, because the third eye doesn't heal him like the what we used to. It revitalized him in many ways, like a clean state. It's like he never fought. That's what the third eye does. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta, they'll get tired. And the only time he pushed back on them is when they're tired. Or like they haven't transformed or like fight at full power yet. So I give them multiple W's. I don't care. Now I'm putting the movies in its own categories. I've never seen any of the OG Dragon Ball movies besides Path to Power, so I'm not gonna include them. And GT don't have any movies besides Special. And DBZ, the DBZ movies, my favorite fight of all time. There's so many good ones, honestly. But I'm going with Cooler. Goku vs. Cooler. Because Cooler was such a badass. The dude flew into a Kamehameha and came out and smacked Goku in the face with his fist. The way Cooler dominated, and then when Goku turned Super Saiyan and he or an injured bird, that moment was like, it's crazy. Like just pick up a random bird who got injured in the middle of the fight and healed him. And then Cooler with the Supernova. And the way they animated that fight, the way they animated when Goku pushed that Supernova back, it was just, I guess you can say this fight was cool. In the Super movies, Gogeta versus Broly. I mean, come on, there's only 2 Super movies. Was there any doubt, man? The Broly movies had like 3 great fights. Vegeta, Goku, and Gogeta all had good fights with Broly. 4 great fight if you include Frieza. Frieza survived an hour against Broly, so it's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning. On to the video game portion. Right now, I do enjoy Sparking Zero. When I play, it's good. But like some people say, there's not a lot to do. Like unless you're just playing rank all the time. I still like it though. I still love it. I love the accuracy, the Easter eggs, the gameplay. Even though I'm not good at it, I still love it. But all that to say, my favorite Dragon Ball games of all time is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I know the game gets a lot of hate from the Dragon Ball gaming community, but as much as I love fighting games, I was always more of an open world guy, or like, technically Kakarot isn't a true open world. I was always more into those kind of games, JRPG, RPG, you know, Skyrim, a Tales game, Final Fantasy. That's my #1 favorite genre, and Kakarot did it good. Don't make me no mistake, it has its problems too, but like, it was as close as it's gonna get to my dream Dragon Ball game. The gameplay, the cussing was epic. Like, oh, I can see why people were so mad that Ultra Trunks and Vegeta's Final Flash wasn't animated, because the cussing was so good. Honestly, the environment, the ambient, like just flying from one place to another is just, that's what I wanted, you know? Favorite Dragon Ball game. So if Bandy somehow combined Kakarot, the freedom and the open world stuff with Sparking Zero's gameplay, because I still prefer that gameplay, the fighting, the versus, and Sparking Zero, I still prefer that. This somehow combine those two with Xenoverse character creation and like the parallel worlds or timelines and stuff, it would have been, Dream Dragon Ball game would have come true. It would have been perfect. Make the game, Bandai! Anyway, right now we have no anime. Nightmare ended in late February, and the manga is only once a month. With the passing of the late great Akira Toriyama last year, the future seems even more cloudy now. But I have hope. With Akio Yoku at the helm, I hope I said his name right, and Toyotaro at the pen. As long as Toei and Shueisha play nice, which I don't know if they're gonna play nice, but as long as they play nice, I have hope for the future for Dragon Ball. And I think this future is as bright as it's ever been, honestly. We want more, man. There's so many content they could create. The anime, the manga, more movies, more video games, spin-offs. We can learn more about Planet Sadala, Hits, Jiren, the Pride Trooper, pretty much, Jaco and the Galactic Patrolmans, origin stories for like Yamoshi, etc., etc. Toei and Shueisha, like it's not that hard, man. It's money. It's money. We are giving money to you. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, so let's end it here. If you want more of these kind of content, let me know below. If you don't, well, let me know too. Besides that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share. Let me know your list of favorite characters, fights, games, and your hope for the future down in the comments. Let me know. Interact. Help me out. Let's try to get 500 by the end of the year. Come on. Let's do it. You got me. I got you. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.